Okay, I'm recording. So, I've never really got in front of the camera and just started talking about topics that I'm super passionate about, and I want to take this time to do that. Well, the topic that's on my mind right now that I really want to speak on that I see happening a lot with social media, especially with the younger generation, honestly, even the older generation, but a lot with the younger generation, is jumping on the bandwagon of kicking a person when they're down rather than trying to build that person back up into the person that you wish that they were, and you obviously wish everyone was, which is a positive person, someone that wouldn't say hateful things, somebody that wouldn't do terrible things, somebody that wouldn't do bad things. And listen, there are hateful people in the world, there are evil people in the world. People make mistakes, people do things intentionally without it being a mistake. And a lot of people have to realize that we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all sin differently. And who are we to judge another person because they sin differently than we do? Who are we to judge someone because they do things that are quote unquote wrong, that is different than what we do wrong? Each one of you watching this has made a mistake in your life. I've made many mistakes in my life. I've done a lot of wrong in my life, but I've also done a lot of really good things in my life, and I'm going to continue doing really good things in my life, and I'm going to continue striving to be a better person than I was yesterday and a better person than I am today. And in 2 days, I'll strive to be a better person than I was the day before that. You know, I'm always going to strive to be better than I was before. And along this journey, I'm going to make mistakes. Along your journey, you're going to make mistakes, and we're going to fuck up. It's going to happen. But imagine if you live your whole life trying to do better, trying to better yourself and become better than you were yesterday and better than you are today, and you were only critiqued on all the bad things that you've done. And all the good things that you've done and all the good things that you are going to do were overlooked, overshadowed, and no one seemed to care. And that's the biggest message that I want to try to get across, is that don't overshadow everyone's good qualities and all the good that they have done and all the good that they're trying to do because of some bad things that they have done or things that have hurt you. Because it's truly not fair. Life's not fair, but you have to put yourself in another person's shoes. And that's very difficult for a lot of people to do. And I understand that, and I don't expect anyone that's listening to this to be able to do it. I just ask that you try. Try and attempt to put yourself in the shoes when you've done something wrong. When you've had a oh shit moment, or yeah, I fucked up. Try to put yourself in that moment when you did that, because we all have. We've all been there. We've all done things that we shouldn't have done, and we know after the fact that we regret it and that we wish we could take it back. But you have to know, when you fuck up, when you screw up, you don't go into it thinking, yeah, I'm about to fuck up, man. This is about to happen. I know I'm about to screw up and I'm ready for the consequences. That's not how a fuck up happens. That's why it's called a fuck up. You can't judge someone based off of one action for the rest of their life. It's just, you can't. Now, you might be right now, but I'm telling you, you can't think that way based off of 1, 2, 3 actions someone does. Now, yes, there is a point where you do not have to think someone is a good person. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you have to think everyone's a good person. You have to like every person. But you don't have to kick them when they're down. Even if you don't like them, hell, you might hate them. But you don't have to kick them when they're down. Even if they've kicked you when you're down. And I know that's so hard. I know that's so hard to do. And it's so much easier said than done. But I've been there. I've had people that have said terrible things to me in my life, have wished things upon me that I would never wish upon anyone. And for a very long time, I thought I hated those individuals. But you grow to realize that, at least I have, and I hope you do, I don't hate those people. I just wish that those people can go through life and learn from it. They learn from the mistakes, they learn from the hate, and they can grow into the person that I know everyone can be. Everyone's born onto this earth with the same purity in their heart. No one's born into this earth with hate in their heart. You're only born in this earth with two fears, and this is going to relate right back to what we're speaking about. You're born onto this earth with the fear of falling and the fear of loud noises. Everything else is put into your mind and created by other people and your surroundings around you. So when you realize that and you understand that, you begin to realize that the people that have hate in their heart, they weren't born with it. They didn't choose to have it there. It was created. It was created by their surroundings. And as much as all of us want to believe that everyone was raised equally and everyone was brought up in the same upbringing, it's just not true. You take someone that was raised around an abusive family where they watch their mother be beaten, their father be killed, them be abused, and then you take someone that was raised in a perfect life where they never seen any of this, and into them they've never even heard of this happening except in fairy tales and movies. They're not going to go through life with the same life experiences and understandings and thought processes, in thinking one thing is right and one thing is wrong, and thinking or knowing that they should or shouldn't say this and the consequences of what they're doing or what they're saying. It's different. Is it okay? No. And I'm not saying it's okay. But you have to realize that we are not all the same. We do not all think the same, but we were all born the same. We were. And when you can realize that everyone was born the same, but everyone was molded into where they are now, but people can change. As much as people don't want to believe that people can, they can. But they have to want to change. You can't force someone to change into a person that you want them to become. They have to want to become the person themselves. And they have to put in the steps and the actions each and every day to try to become that person. I'm not here to tell you to stop hating everyone or to stop doing this or that, but I am here to just try to open your perspective and understand that rather than, if you see someone that did something wrong, kick them when they're down and make a post about, yeah, that person, I knew it, I hate that person, jump on the bandwagon of negativity and try to just push them that much deeper in the dirt when you already know they're in the dirt because they're dealing with so much backlash. Why don't you reach out to them and try to just send some positive words of encouragement? What's the worst that that's going to do? It's going to show that they have someone caring about them in a world where they feel like they don't have anybody caring about them. It's going to give them that feeling that I know you probably wish you had when you were in that situation that we talked about earlier, when you remember that you fucked up and that people threw you under the bus and you knew that you can't fix it. You already messed up, but you can move forward and you can become a better person than you were on that day that you screwed up and you messed up and you made a decision that made you appear as a bad person. You can take anything from this video. It's just, next time you want to just post something and make somebody that's... Next time you want to post something or write about something or say something to someone that's hateful, just don't do it. You know, we learned when we were growing up, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And listen, I'm not perfect here. I've said hateful things to people. I've said things that I do regret saying and I wish I wouldn't have said, because I am a human. We're all human, you know, unless you have some pets listen to this and other people. But just try to do better. Try to do better. Even if you don't think someone's a good person, you should be a good person. And you should do your best to encourage that person to become the person that you wish everyone would be and you want them to become. Don't assume no one can change. Don't assume that people don't change. Know that people can change if they want to change, and you might be that positive light in that person's life that gets them to finally make that change and start living their life and going down the path to achieve what everyone should strive to be, and that's just a good person. So I hope this video could help any of you, honestly, any of you. If you're the person that's in that situation right now where you're down in the dirt and everyone's pushing you further down, I really hope maybe this video could give you a little bit of light. If you're that person that's pushing someone further in the dirt, I hope this can shed some light on it as well and get you to let off. Build people up. Don't break them down. Try to imagine yourself in the situation and what would you hope others would do. Just try to think about it and just try not to beat people up when they're down. Try to raise them up. Don't break them down. Or if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. So, thank you all for listening. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, maybe share it, like it, tell a friend, send it to someone that might need to hear it. I appreciate you, and thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a good day.